Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. Sitting down with us now is Terry Oley, Director of Policy and Advocacy for the SF-Marin Food Bank. Thanks for coming on the show.
Sure, thanks for
So you use the term food insecurity. Explain that.
Well, food insecurity is a term that's broader than hunger. When we think about hunger, it's a physical sensation that we're familiar with, right, when you need to eat. But food insecurity is something that incorporates also the worry and stress that families and people feel when they're not sure if they have enough money to buy the food they need or to provide for their families.
And who is at risk of food insecurity in San Francisco and Marin?
Well, what we look at is the universe of people that are living at or below 200% of the federal poverty level, and that's about $40,000 a year for a family of 3. So you can imagine in a place that's expensive like the Bay Area, that people are making trade-offs that are really difficult.
And what do you do to help that?
Well, so we start by distributing food. We have here some of the things that are actually in our warehouse, brought from the warehouse this morning. And every year we distribute about 50 million pounds of food through a network of food pantries that look like farmers markets. And we have about 250 of those in San Francisco and Marin operating every single week. About 30,000 households come to our pantries every week and are taking home a couple of bags worth of groceries, about 2/3 of which is fresh produce, just like this. We
actually have a video of some of the work you do. Let's take a look.
Casa de Barro is just a lovely example of a pantry. It's here in the Excelsior district.
So my name is Miguel Núñez. I'm from Uruguay, South America. So right now we are here in Free Methodist Church.
Yeah, he's a real leader in this community. The food bank has turned to him because we saw the whole neighborhood turning to him. When something needs to be done, when people need help, this is the place they come, and he is the man they see.
A lot of people, they live like, big families, they live together. And they even, sometimes they have 2 jobs, they need help with food. But when we see the need on the community, we okay, we're gonna keep doing this.
Well, the need is big in the Bay Area, isn't it?
It is.
So the upcoming election, you're keeping a close eye on that.
Yes. Yes, we are. And locally, we want to, in addition to distribution of food into the community, we also want to support policies that promote health. That's why we're actually supporting Propositions I and V, the Dignity Fund, which would set aside money in the San Francisco General Fund budget to support seniors and adults with disabilities, since that is a very vulnerable population and a growing population. And we want to make sure that there are reliable funds every single year to support the programs, including food assistance programs that these vulnerable seniors and adults with disabilities rely on. As well, Prop V, the soda tax, that's something where you can see here, we are really committed to health, and that's an important part of our responsibility to the community. And we think that policy measures that encourage people to reduce consumption of foods that are not good for them, and soda, it's not actually a food, and increase the funds available to address the long-term and negative health outcomes of consuming sugary beverages. We think that that's actually a good policy tool to use, and the city should embrace it.
How many people do you help a year?
Yeah, it's about 225,000 people every year in some way are served by the food either that we distribute, either through our pantry network, as I was describing, or we have over 450 partners that also use food from the food bank in their programming. So if you think of like a dining room or a congregate lunch site, or organizations that might have an after-school snack program or something like that, they are coming to the food bank for food, and they're able then to conduct their programming.
And what about volunteers and how people can get involved?
Absolutely. So we would not be able to do the work that we do without the incredible support of our community. And one of the ways that people support is through volunteering. We have so many thousands of people that volunteer every single year at the food bank that if you added up all of the hours that they commit, it would be equivalent to 70 full-time employees.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's fun too. People come for a couple of hours and they take these, this produce arrives from the Central Valley in huge huge totes, and you spend a couple of hours sorting through it and repacking it into smaller boxes so that it's easier to transport to the different pantry sites.
Does it ever, I guess it's not surprising, right, that people in the Bay Area are so giving?
Yeah, it's not, and we're grateful for it. It enables us to do the work that we're doing, and we really pride ourselves on being efficient and really effective with the resources, whether it's time, money, or food that people give to us.
All right, Terry, thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us about all your work. And for more information on the food bank, just log on to sfmfoodbank.org. Again, that's sfmfoodbank.org. Coming up, an amazing organization trying to heal those impacted by human rights abuses. We'll be back.